Hello Man United fans. Welcome back. Viktor Gyokeres' offer submitted as Man United in advanced talks for star. Premier League clubs are starting to get to work on their summer transfer plans, with just 2 games remaining, and the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United are making moves. The latest round of Premier League fixtures are upon us, with 2 big games taking place on Friday night, plus the small matter of the FA Cup final also taking place on Saturday. While there are still plenty of twists and turns to come before the season comes to an end, transfer talk is already starting to heat up. And with a whole host of the top flight's big boys expected to splash some serious cash before the 2025-26 campaign, names and targets are starting to sneak out. Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United are all in the market for attacking reinforcements, with the Gunners chasing Viktor Gyokeres. With plenty of gossip doing the rounds, here, Mirror Football rounds up all the latest Premier League transfer news ahead of the weekend's games. Gunners submit Gyokeres' offer. Arsenal have offered Viktor Gyokeres a contract worth £7 million per year after tax, as they take a huge leap towards signing the striker. The Swede scored 43 times last season as Sporting Lisbon won the Primera Liga title. He is better than this year, registering 52 strikes with Sporting only needing to match Benfica's result this weekend to secure a second successive title. Gyokeres, though, is unlikely to be around for a third tilt at the Portuguese crown. Arsenal are desperate to sign him, with Ebola reporting they have offered him a bumper £7 million salary, which the striker is ready to accept. It is said the Gunners will hold off on submitting a formal bid to Sporting until thereafter the Taça de Portugal final on May 25th. Man United in advanced talks. Manchester United continue to be in advanced talks to sign Wolves star Matheus Cunha, according to reports. Both player and club are still said to be positive over a move and are working on an agreement at an advanced stage. The Brazilian forward has drawn plenty of transfer interest. After an impressive season, United are planning to launch a bid. Wolves will want the buyers to activate Cunha's £62.5 million release clause. Bologna defender Samuel Buchema has revealed he held transfer talks with Arne Slot earlier in his career amid fresh links with Liverpool. The Dutchman nearly signed the centre-back while he was with Eredivisie side Feyenoord. Speaking to The Telegraph, Buchema said, "My uncle was even more excited than me. It was a really good conversation, and he showed me things that I hadn't thought of before. You could see he approached football differently to other managers, and I had a really good feeling, and so did my uncle. He told me to go there, but I said, let's wait. Man United stars furious with Sir Jim Ratcliffe over money-driven Europa League final decision. Manchester United's players are far from impressed at Sir Jim Ratcliffe's decision to limit the amount of tickets there are allowed for the Europa League final next week. Manchester United stars are said to be unhappy at being offered just 2 tickets per player for the Europa League final, whilst the travel logistics mean they may not be able to celebrate with their family if they win. The Red Devils take on Tottenham at the San Mamés in Bilbao, but much of the build-up has been dominated by the news that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has continued to be frugal with the freebies. Complimentary tickets are very much at a premium, which has not gone down well with the playing group, reports the Daily Mail. The club are handing out just 2 complimentary tickets per player for friends and family, as well as seats on a chartered flight that will land 60 miles away in Santander on the morning of the game, whilst the guests will also be given food and drink at the team hotel. Their return flight is also from Santander, more than an hour's drive from Bilbao, and leaves at 2:15 a.m. following the final, which means any celebrations are unlikely. The players can buy up to 10 more tickets from UEFA at face value, which range in price from £200 to £55. But if they took that option, they would have to stump up the costs for the additional flights and hotel rooms. The Manchester outfit could land themselves £100 million in revenue with victory in the Europa League, by virtue of landing themselves a spot in the Champions League. despite that their Ineos chief has continued to watch the costs a move that has not been well received. Ruben Amorim will pay for 30 members of his backroom staff to attend the Europa League final with their families, as he looks to remedy the unpopular decision taken by Ratcliffe. He will personally cover the costs for his coaches and physios to bring up to 2 members of family or friends. He said, "You know that we have a lot of things, people leaving, a lot of changing in the staff. In this moment for our club, sometimes it is hard to understand when to give and when to take. It is complicated for the club to start giving to other members of staff. It is a really hard position." Amorim continued, "My reaction was to help. Then we talked to the players, and the players had the same reaction. Everybody wants the staff there and their families there." The finalists have been given an allocation of around 15,000 each, and while Spurs are offering a free ticket to every full-time employee, United have only set aside a small number for a staff ballot. Instead, they've been invited to a screening in Manchester where they will be offered 2 free drinks. Manchester United transfer plans in jeopardy as Arsenal submit contract offer to Viktor Gyokeres. Manchester United's chances of signing Viktor Gyokeres appear to be slipping away after Arsenal submitted a significant contract offer to the Sporting CP striker. Earlier this week, the People's Person relayed that Arsenal were in the process of preparing a monster contract for Gyokeres in an effort to beat Man United to his signature. Now, it appears that the report is coming to fruition. This morning, the A Bolivia, the Mirror reported that Arsenal have officially offered the player a sizable contract. Arsenal have offered Viktor Gyokeres a contract worth £7 million per year after tax, as they take a huge leap towards signing the striker. The report read, "Arsenal are desperate to sign him. It is said the Gunners will hold off on submitting a formal bid to Sporting until after the Taça de Portugal final on May 25th. Should this report prove correct, it would be a massive blow to United, especially since Gyokeres has been heavily linked with the club as they continue their hunt for a proven goal scorer in the transfer market. Gyokeres has been a revelation at Sporting this season, scoring a colossal 38 goals in 32 appearances. What's particularly impressive is how clinical his finishing has been, with an astonishing 29% goal conversion rate, meaning that almost 1 in every 3 shots results in a goal. Stats via SofaScore. Still, it isn't all doom and gloom for United. Even if Arsenal beat them in the race to sign Gyokeres, United manager Ruben Amorim still looks likely to sign Matheus Cunha. Just yesterday, it was reported that Cunha loves United and is determined to sign for them in the summer despite interest from Saudi Arabia. Even if he doesn't quite have the otherworldly stats of Gyokeres, Cunha has been an admirable performer for Wolverhampton Wanderers this season, with 15 goals and 6 assists in 31 Premier League appearances. What's more, he is a proven Premier League striker who clearly knows how to navigate life in the English top flight, making him a safer bet than the untested Gyokeres. Why a huge summer for Man United will hinge on the Europa League final. Moves for Liam Delap, Antoine Semenyo and Matheus Cunha could depend on victory over Tottenham in Bilbao. Manchester United have made advances on Ipswich Town's Liam Delap and Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo, although the possibility of both arriving in the summer may swing on Europa League victory and sales. The Old Trafford hierarchy have also been speaking to Italian clubs about potentially selling both Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund. United have 2 parallel transfer plans, with one based on whether they qualify for the Champions League by beating Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, and one if they don't. The signing of a striker is a main target on both, however, with Delap highlighted by the recruitment team as ideal for the club's plans given his Premier League readiness and potential to grow. United do face competition from Newcastle United and, particularly, Chelsea for a transfer that would cost £30 million due to a release clause. There is understood to be an existing relationship between Delap and technical director Jason Wilcox from their time together at Manchester City. United have also done considerable work on Wolves' Matheus Cunha, who would cost around £60 million. There is confidence that will be completed regardless of where United finish, although there is still interest from Arsenal. A move for Semenyo would be more dependent on Champions League qualification and sales. Like Cunha, Semenyo would cost around £60 million, and Bournemouth are open to a deal as part of their new model that allows players to leave if they perform well and command big fees. Both Xerxes and Hodgland are on the market, with United understood to be engaged with multiple clubs on the latter. Discussions with Juventus have so far gone furthest on the Danish striker, although Inter have considered a loan for Xerxes.